Hey, good morning, guys. Uh, kind of a quick video today, and I wanted to say thanks to the people that just signed up to my YouTube page. It put me up over 1,000 subscribers, which is great. Now, it's my day off, so I was in bed sleeping this morning, about 5:30ish, and something nobody wants to hear, a pounding on the front door at 5:30 in the morning. So, you know, I grab my gun, go to the door, and it's my neighbor, and she's saying, Tony, and I'm like, oh shit. I said, what's up? And so she goes, I did something very bad to my car. And I'm like, oh, okay, are you okay? Well, what's happening? And she goes, I put water in the engine. So she just got this car. She just bought it like a couple months ago, and she was trying to put water in her radiator fluid, and instead put it in her oil fill. She said she didn't put a lot in there, but we'll see. So the good guy that I am, I'm gonna she had to go to work, so I loaned her my car, and I'm gonna go over to the auto parts place right now and pick up some fresh oil and oil filter and drain her engine out and pretty much put new oil in it. So I just wanted to share that, and we'll see how much water's in there. All right, so here it is. We went to the auto parts and got some synthetic oil, new filter, and we're gonna drain this thing out, fill her back up. Women. Okay, so the oil drain plug is on the back side of the oil pan, and I believe it's a 15 millimeter, and it's very nice that there's very easy access to the oil filter. It's right up in front of the motor, between the motor and the radiator. So I mean, I can easily reach right there and grab it. Hopefully I won't need a wrench, but we're gonna get to draining. So it turns out the drain plug on this oil pan on this 2015 Ford Escape is not a 15 millimeter, it is a 16 millimeter. Hey guys, just some quick safety pointers if you're gonna do this at home, which I don't recommend unless you have some mechanical knowledge. Always chalk your tires in the back, so when you jack your car up, it doesn't roll on you. And every car is different for jacking points. I went right off this center beam where the arms connect. Look like the strongest point's right in the center. So chalk your tires, you know, wear gloves, eye protection, etc., etc. All right, here we go. Don't lose your nut. The water should be on the bottom of the pan because, of course, oil floats on water, so the water should all be at the bottom here. All right, here it comes. Oh, she put radiator fluid in there, not water. That was green. All right. Well, we'll flush it out. Let it all drain. Take the filter off. Let it drain. I'll set it. I'll let it drain out here without the plug on for, I don't know, half hour, an hour to make sure all that crap's out. Okay, I had to get up in here with the wrench. I couldn't get it off by hand. I couldn't find my hard strap or my hard wrench, so I used a flexible strap wrench, which it worked, but it was a pain in the butt because there's a lot of flex in this, and there's not a lot of room in there to turn. So I got it loose. I didn't want to show you guys that part, but we're going to take the oil filter out, and here comes the oil. And get my pan positioned right, and we'll let that drain. We'll pull it off, Let it drain the rest of the way, put the new one on, and then fill her up.
Oil filter that I just took off. Here's the new one I got. And before we screw this back on, we're going to take a little bit of nice fresh oil and we're going to put it on our finger and go right around this top rubber ring, and it'll help you when you go to tighten it. And really you only want this pretty much hand tight. You don't want to wrench it down with a wrench. Just screw it on until it stops and then just give it a nice snug turn and that should be fine. Real quick, I forgot to mention, guys, when you take the oil filter off, and I know a lot of you guys know this and you're mechanics and way better mechanics than I am, but make sure that this rubber ring is on your oil filter and not stuck up on the mount. If it's on the mount, you want to take it off because you don't want to double these. You don't want to double these rings up. You just want one on there. It should be on your oil filter still when you take it off. We've pretty much drained most of it out. There's nothing else coming out. Just a quickie. This is the oil plug, and most oil plugs, the tips of them are magnetic, and the tips of them are magnetic. So when you pull this oil plug, take a look at it and look at the tip. If you see little metal shavings and particles here stuck to this, there could be more issues with your engine, because there shouldn't be any metal shavings on this stuck to this. All right, we're gonna get ready to put this in and fill the oil back up. Okay, so just like I said, here's the new filter, got a little bit of fresh oil, and I'm just gonna put a little coating right around the ring, just like that. So anyways, I got my little helper here. He decided to come help me while I'm laying on the ground. Ah, big head, oh, big fatty. That's Bella. She's my mechanic's assistant. Oops. Anyways, you gotta play with the dogs. She wants to play ball. Bella, come here. There are drain plug back in, and we're gonna hand snug it, and then we're just gonna take the socket and just give it a nice little snug turn. Not tight, you don't want to wrench on it because you will strip the threads. Okay, this here is the oil filter mount. Make sure your surface is clean here. We got our ring on top lubed up, and we're just gonna put that in just like that. Turn it and snug it down with your hands as tight as you can. Just like that. Definitely put antifreeze in here, not water. See the green antifreeze in the engine oil. All right, we're gonna finish up here. It's gonna take probably 4 quarts of oil, and you also got to figure the filter's empty, so that's gonna take, I don't know, a little less than half a quart probably, so maybe 4.5 quarts to get it back up and going. And this is where your oil goes, not your antifreeze. On a positive note for today, while I'm out here changing the oil on this thing, the mailman came by and finally delivered my 45-degree backup sights. All right, happy day.